What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this first deck profile I'm doing on this channel. I'm probably not going to post too many of them, but if you guys want to subscribe and see more, or maybe an update to this deck down the road, I'll probably do that. But let's just get into this deck profile. It's basically just pure Geargia deck profile. I don't have everything I need, but I'll tell you what I would change if I had them, and what you could change if you had the cards. But let's start this off with 3 armor. You pretty much have to play 3 armor. In Geargia, you have to play it. Makes sense. Once per turn, basically, you continue to face down defense position. When he's flipped face up, you can have 1 Geargia monster from your deck to hand. Super useful. Searches out all the Geargia monsters. You definitely have to play him at 3. Isn't the quickest card because you have to wait to flip him up and all that. But still, you gotta play him at 3. Really good card though. 1900 defense, so not a lot of 4 stars are gonna get over him. So he's pretty good. I would definitely play him at 3. And plus you can attack with him, and then main phase 2 you could put him into face down defense in main phase 2 after the battle phase. You have to play 3 of this card, Geargia Arsenal. Definitely play that 3. Basically he gets 200 for each Geargia monster, and then you could tribute him, special summon Geargia monster from your deck in defense position. So it's like a quicker way to get the armor or anything you need that's Geargia related. Probably the best of the Geargias, in my opinion. Definitely Geargia Accelerator. Basically, if you have a Geargia on the field, include himself. So if you have, say you open 2 of these, you could just normal one, then special summon the other one in defense mode. And then when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Geargia monster in your graveyard except for Accelerator and add it to your hand. Have to play on 3, probably the best card for the Geargias. So that's it for our rank 4s for Geargia. I don't play Geargia Augur because I don't really like his effect. Like, it's kind of, I don't know, I don't really like it that much. But you might want to consider playing him. But I don't really play him in this build because you don't want to play too many monsters with Geargia because you got to play traps to protect them. Triple of MK2. Not the greatest card, but I don't know, you kind of have to play the rank 3s. 1 Geargiano. You don't really need, don't play any more than 4. Playing 4 is kind of a lot anyway. For our non-Geargia cards, we're running 2 Tin Goldfish. Machine, use a water type. Basically, when you normal summon, you're supposed to summon a level 4 from your hand. Sometimes you don't open a lot of monsters, so I want to add something. If you have like gold and silver gadgets, like 2 of them each, I'd probably run those instead of our Tin Goldfish. Then you probably open up more monsters. 1 effect Veiler, just because it's not too bad. You might want to cut this, but it's useful to have against a lot of decks. We're running triple Geargia gear. Best card, free rank 4. It is a trap, so it takes a little bit. 2 battles and a spell, then it'd be really good. But you just special summon the Geargianos and they go up 1 level, so you go into any rank 4, which is super useful. Now I am playing 3, even though you can only really resolve 2. I'm playing 3, but for certain cards such as like Karma Cut I'm playing, they are discard targets. And there's a way you could shuffle the Geargianos back. I'll show you in the extra deck. But plays at 3. I would play that 3 anyways. I've seen some people cut it. I've seen some people only play it like 2. But I would play that 3 because you do want to see it lots. Triple Fiendish Chain. It's pretty good. Basically, just stop a monster effect. And then it cannot attack either. And then when they are destroyed, this card. Pretty good card. Stopping your opponent's card effects is pretty good. So if they can't really do that much. If they normal summon something with like 1,000 attack, and you use that, then they can't really do anything else too much. Especially if they need that card to get going. Double Karma Cut's pretty good. Just discard 1 card and target 1 face of monster your opponent control, and then banish all of them in the graveyard, in your opponent's graveyard. What the same name as that one. So if they load the whole graveyard and then get out that 3rd one, and then you Karma Cut it, then it's pretty much out of the game. Super useful. I wouldn't play more than 2 because you have to discard for it. That's when you could discard like a Geargia gear if they're dead. So you have to discard for it though. Just keep that in mind. This card you might want to not play because it's only good against. It's not good against every deck because basically when trap cards activate, negate the activation. If you do shove that card in the deck, super good against like I don't know, someone has Psalm Strike or something. But not all decks play like a ton of traps. But I don't know, what trap heavy decks, this is a super useful card. Or you guys could try like 7 Tools of Bandit or something like that. It also negates, so. Good, pretty good. Don't call the Haunted. Not much to say there. It's called the Haunted. It's pretty good. Just to help you clear board, I have 1 Regeki and 1 Dark Hole. This is a super old beat up Dark Hole, but yeah, pretty good. Clear the board. Some of the monsters don't have the most attack. Soul Charge, really good card. You're supposed to summon, pay 1,000 per one from your graveyard. Limiter, limited to 1. You have to play in any machine deck. Doubles their attack. Helps you go for game. For clearing back row, we run 1 Twin Twister and 1 MST. You could... Twin Twister's not too bad because we have discard targets. Like, sometimes Wiretap isn't useful against certain matchups. And you could just discard it. Instead of Wiretap, you can also run some like Vanity's Emptiness. Would be also a good one. I don't have it in this deck. But I would run it. I'm just using it somewhere else, so I don't have it on here. So, definitely run those. Or you could run triple MST or something, but if you want instead. Going into our traps, more of our traps. We got Trap 6 Trap Hole Nightmare. It's actually a pretty good card because when a monster that was supposed to summon activates the effect, you negate it. Super useful. Let's see, what else do we have? Bottomless, limited to 1, super good. Definitely play it. Time Space Trap Hole, pay 1,000, and then every monster has special summon there. Then you could send them back to the deck. It's kind of pricey against pendulum summons. That's one thing to note. So if you have more strikes or like some strikes or something, just put them in. Torrential Tribute, limited to 1. Play that one when monster special summon, destroy all monsters on the field. If you're falling behind, that's helpful. Psalm Strike, not Strike, Psalm Warning, really good. Don't really need to explain, I don't think, at this point. Same as Strike, really good card, don't need to explain. If I had more strikes, I would run those, but I don't. So yeah, you might want to ditch a Wiretap for like Vanity's Emptiness or one of these cards. But that's it for the main deck. I tried to go through it quick. So yeah, things I would change if I had more strikes. Vanity's Emptiness I would put in, but I'm currently using it somewhere else. And then if you have silver or gold gadgets, that might be a better route to go. I haven't got to test it, but go in our extra deck. Freaking utopic future. Basically, you just need 2 Geargia Nexus to make them. But I'm running 3 of them, so I would recommend you do 3. Basically, he can't be destroyed by battle, and then if you're destroyed by card effect, then detach one Xyz material, which I believe he gets 2 because you use 2 Geargia Nexus. And then you can attack a monster and you take no battle damage from this card. And then you take control of their monster, then you can attack with their monster, basically. Super good. Fortune Tune, this is how you can recycle some of your Geargianos back in. Basically, you get 500 each standby phase, I believe. For you get 500 life points per standby phase. And this card will be targeted by card effect, or this card will be destroyed by battle. You can attach Xyz. And then when it's destroyed, you get shuffled in the Geargianos you used to make them. You don't really use them too much, but pretty cool. This card's not the greatest. You might want to run another rank 4 instead. But it's nice to have like a 3000 beater you can make with rank 3s. He has a huge drawback though, which is you could take 2000 damage kind of later down the road. You have to have a way to get rid of him though. This card, I don't think you need more than 1 of him. He doesn't come up too much. But super good card. If you can make this guy in like turn 1, probably want to do it. Kind of going through this quick because there's already 9 minutes. But if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to reply. Geargia X Searcher, you have to run them at 3. Yeah, really good. Basically, just searches any level 4 machine in your deck or in your graveyard, and you get that in your hand. And then when you destroy it, you get special summon a level 3 Geargia monster. Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon helps you get over like pretty much anything. Super useful. One Abyss Dweller. Not much to say there. If you use Tin Goldfish as an disease material too, he gets an additional 500 for all your water monsters. Another thing, that's another positive for Tin Goldfish. I just have single Utopia. I don't have Utopia the Lightning. If you have Utopia the Lightning, play Utopia the Lightning and him. You could probably cut this for the Utopia the Lightning or the Acid Golem. Probably the Acid Golem. But this card's okay. Basically, if they're you can target one card in defense position on the field, change the attack position. If you do, it lose 600 attack. So if someone's sitting on a card that you can't go over. Cowboy, you can use them, go for game. That's why everyone runs them. His attack one's okay. Go for game. I've lost to him and then I've won with him. So yeah, he's worth running, I'd say. In a rank 4 deck. Silent Honor Arc, steals monsters. Nothing more to say there. Castel, everyone runs him, super good, bounce back monsters. Gaga, Samurai, run him, basically you get to attack twice with him for 1900, and then he also has like a protection effect kinda, if you guys want to read it, but I know it wasn't in focus there, but basically when another monster you control is targeted for an attack, when this guy's in attack position, you can change it to face down, face up defense position, not face down. If you do change the attack target to this one, perform damage calculations, so you can attack for 2 1900s, because some of the Geargia monsters like only have like 1100 attack or 1400 or something low. So pretty good card. Helps you go for a game kinda. If you just need a bit more. I think that's gonna be it for this deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if I make some more. So for the random background noises, if you guys heard them. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Oh yeah, if you guys have the guest no Amaral, probably cut one of these extra deck cards and run him so you can recycle stuff back. But that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you later.